and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit and then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business.
Lots of call-outs have been flying around, but it's Steve Harvey who's getting severe hits from Katt Williams for being a Hollywood plant. Now the catch is, he had dropped these explosive claims about Steve Harvey in a recent interview without mincing any words. Fans are, however, curious about what goes on behind the scenes in Hollywood. Well, hold on tight as we spill the tea. Hey, I'm Katt with 1T, and welcome back to Rumor Has It. And if you like the video, it truly helps us out. Now let's get into the story.
When you sign a contract with a Hollywood attorney, they 5% of your contract for the duration. What's crazy, what I found out is not a lot of agents that's beating the bushes to procure you employment. Now because they picked up the phone, now their ass is in for 10%.
There were lots of rumors that so many Hollywood stars are puppets in the entertainment industry, but no one envisioned Steve Harvey as one of them. Now, according to Katt, it turns out that most of these stars are pushed to the spotlight to push certain narratives rather than being genuinely successful based on their talent or merit. But what exactly did Steve do to be called out by Katt? The 52-year-old comedian, Katt had lashed out against television host and producer Steve Harvey, calling him a potato head. Williams alleged that the two entertainers conspired against him with TV host and comedian Rickey Smiley. Comparing himself to other comedians, he'd claimed that their jokes weren't as good as his, yet they kept making waves in the entertainment industry. Not only had he called out his colleague for being a Hollywood plant, but he also pointed out the things they'd been doing that weren't right and ways they'd been going against him. Katt Williams, known for his sharp wit and no-holds-barred comedy, didn't hold back when he called out Steve Harvey during a recent interview. According to Williams, Harvey is not a true original talent, but rather a product of the Hollywood machine. Williams went on to claim that Harvey has received opportunities and success through connections and industry manipulation, rather than earning it through his talent and hard work. These allegations have certainly sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, and fans and industry insiders alike are buzzing about the implications of Williams' claims. Many are questioning the authenticity of Harvey's rise to fame and success and whether there's any truth to the idea of him being a Hollywood plant. As you probably know, or may have already heard, there have been lots of rumors floating around Steve Harvey from his early comedy days till now.
I always like to mention my kids, man. I got two beautiful kids. I got daughters, 7 years old, twins, man. They love it. Yeah, but I can't stand them sometime, though.
However, Steve is not the only colleague that Katt had called out. During his recent appearance on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, Williams lashed out against his fellow comedians and allegedly referred to some people as Hollywood's puppets. He had talked about Rickey Smiley, calling him a liar and for being manipulative. Katt had gone further to explain what went down between him and his colleague Rickey.
This man told you he was gonna be Money Mike, and Katt Williams was gonna be Santa Claus. Rickey Smiley that couldn't even do curse words. Why you didn't ask him why has he played a woman in more movies? Rickey Smiley can't act. He told you the story about when the movie came out. Where did he say he watched it? At home. He wasn't even at the premiere. Why do you think no cast member has ever said anything? He beat up Terry Crews. Why nobody know this? And I don't know why he would lose a child and come on the air and start lying. The Money Mike in the original script got raped, and that's what Rickey Smiley was okay with. I put in my contract, I won't work with Rickey Smiley again unless he's in a dress. Now, what was Rickey Smiley's next movie? Was it First Sunday? Did he wear a dress? You bet he did. Him and Tyler Perry can't play a man to save their life.
He'd also gone ahead to expose his longtime archenemy, Cedric the Entertainer, and accuse him of stealing his jokes at some point. Williams had gone further and had called out hanging with Mr. Cooper. Apart from faulting Cedric, he also criticized Cedric's looks, calling him a walrus with no talent. We found out he can't sing, can't dance, and doesn't write jokes. He did 4 comedy specials. They're so bad, Shannon. They're not available on Netflix or Tubi, Williams claimed. Looks like it's not only Steve that might just be the main Hollywood plant. With the list of names Katt has spewed out, we might just be seeing more plans than we expected. However, this controversy has sparked discussions about the entertainment industry as a whole. Hollywood had the prevalence of manufactured celebrities and manufactured success. It raises important questions about authenticity and integrity and whether certain individuals in the industry are being propped up for ulterior motives rather than just focusing on their talents and skills.
Or should you make it yours? You get in a lot of trouble worrying about what somebody think about you.
when really, what difference do it make?
Allegedly, Steve, alongside his other colleagues, has been called out for something they might not know or might not know anything about. At first, you'll think it's just a surface thing, but Katt has stated explicit reasons why he feels that Steve Harvey is a Hollywood plan. Williams proceeded to call out Harvey for plagiarizing Curry's role as Mark Cooper on The Steve Harvey Show. Williams has exposed Harvey and mimicked him in a demeaning manner.
The same Steve that went to go watch Mark Curry do his whole sitcom and then stole everything Mark Curry had. Now Steve got a sitcom where he the principal and he wear a suit. And then he gets this high top fade, making all black men think he got the best lineup in the business. And it's a man unit. Then you ask it, why you not a movie star? I didn't want to be a movie star. No, you couldn't be a movie star. There are 30,000 new scripts in Hollywood every year. Not one of them asks for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk good Oba-Kaby and look like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none.
Katt had also claimed that Harvey hated Bernie and that the Steve Harvey Show host couldn't be a movie star. Not one of them asked for a country bumpkin black dude that can't talk well and looks like Mr. Potato Head. There ain't none. You have to have range, Williams had declared. Mr. Think Like a Man was riddled with bullets and left stretched out on the ground by his colleague Katt. Perhaps Williams' most shocking claim is that Harvey quit stand-up only after he called out his famous flat top as a man unit during his stand-up routine. Before this, many fans might have had the opinion that Harvey and Williams might just be a bit close, but when the podcaster asked about Williams' relationship with the other comedians in the industry, that is Harvey, Smiley, and Cedric, Katt claimed that they'd been conspiring against him for years. For 30 years, they've been a group. These aren't three random guys, he said, adding, "The way that Ricky Smiley kept appearing at all my auditions is because of Steve and Ced. He would tell anybody that. Listen, they got a gang on that side. They know what it is." He certainly considers them as Hollywood plants, thereby maintaining a reasonable distance. However, this isn't the first time news about having puppets and underdogs in Hollywood has gone around. Certain celebrities have also come out with some of their own claims and evidence. Dave Chappelle at some point has talked about the idea of Hollywood having plants in the audience during comedy shows and his stand-up specials. Comedian and actor Chris Rock has also mentioned something like that in regards to that line. When it comes to the presence of plants for audience manipulation and control, Eddie Griffin has also given us a hint on how it happens. Comedian and actor Mike Epps and George Lopez discussed the concept of plants in Hollywood and the entertainment industry very early. They pointed us in the direction of having plants in relation to audience reactions in stage situations. The pointers have all been there, but it looks like we weren't too quick to see what goes on behind the scenes in Hollywood. This time around, Katt is exposing everything and anything, leaving no stone unturned. At the beginning of the podcast interview, Katt made it known that he was comfortable talking on the podcast because he felt the host had made the podcast a safe place for the truth to be told. Katt, however, revealed that he had watched all of these lowbrow comedians come here and disrespect the host and tell straight-up lies, and he was there to set the record straight. Before the interview even finished premiering on YouTube, it began going viral on Twitter, inspiring memes, jokes, and fact-checking, provoking responses from some of Williams' targets, sparking discourse about how young black comedians rarely get the exposure these older black comedians continue to get, and much more. Katt had gone further to reveal outrageous claims about Harvey. He'd used foul language to describe some of the things that had gone down between the both of them. Katt had even gone further to explain why he felt Steve had stopped doing comedy stand-up and how it was related to him. He'd claimed Steve lied about his reasons for stopping. Steve told you that he stopped doing stand-up because he has 7 TV shows. The only problem is, when he stopped stand-up, he didn't have those 7 TV shows. He stopped stand-up because he got in a comedy battle called the Championship of Stand-Up Comedy with one Katt Williams in Detroit in front of 10,000 people and lost. Because Katt Williams said he was bald, and that was a wig. And I went in, and that's why he couldn't do stand-up anymore. Imagine him coming to tell you another story where he got so big and it was Bernie Mac and it's their fault because they wanted to be movie stars. What? You called Ocean's 11 to get that person's part? What do you mean you didn't want to be a movie star? Katt also claims that his colleagues lie about their stories. He claimed that at some point Steve had posed to be poor and homeless. Well, according to him, Steve Harvey telling people he used to be homeless is not his story. That's his story. Steve Harvey was never homeless. Mark Curry was touring with him 25 years ago. He was making $3,000 a show in cash and doing 5 shows a week. They just tell the stories. Thanks to my wife, I'm where I am. You said that about the first wife. Did you forget that? You told us it was her. Then you went and married somebody else that thinks like a man. What are you talking about? They think they can rewrite history. Katt Williams' bold statements and claims about Steve Harvey and other colleagues in the industry being a Hollywood plant have stirred up quite a controversy both online and offline. While it's important to approach such claims with a critical eye, it's obvious that Williams is speaking from a place of conviction and truth. Williams' courage to speak out against Harvey sheds light on the complex reality of Hollywood and the need for transparency and accountability in the entertainment world. But hey, that's all from us. Now it's your turn. What are your thoughts on Katt Williams' experiences and claims about Steve Harvey? Let us know what you think in the comments down below. We love reading your thoughts, and remember to subscribe for the latest on the gossip, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!